It's your favorite weekend show on television, Weekend Deal. And on this show, if it is important, we'll bring it to you. As far as transportation goes, we're focused on road travel. We have also dealt with air travel. And today, I'm excited to tell you that our focus is on the rail, and we are having a real life, real time experience on the Abuja Metro, the light train, going all the way to the airport. What is the situation with our rail travel around the nation? What are the challenges? That's all we are all about today on Weekend Deal. My name is Patience Eloy Abba, and Thelma is having quite an experience. She's been staring through the window and taking in all the experiences. Thelma!
Patience, man, I wouldn't have shared this experience for the world. What an interesting experience on this cold, wet day. This is a wonderful way to journey to our destination. And our final stop, is the studio. We have come from the metro line, then the stadium, Kukwaba 1, Kukwaba 2, and now we're at Woopa. And guess where we are headed? We'll tell you much later. Oh, it's a fantastic experience that everyone should be a part of. Weekend Deal, we got you.
Thelma, you were standing outside taking in the environment, and then at the point there was the little stagger. Tell me about the experience.
It was a beautiful, almost fall because it was such a thrilling experience. And I knew that I wouldn't fall. There's something to hold
on to.
for everyone. Safety measures have been taken, precautionary measures for all the passengers.
Yes.
It's a phenomenal experience, I must
Honestly,
tell you.
you see Nigerians in their most dignified form, sitting down, enjoying the ride, going to work, and traveling like this to work will ensure a productive day. What do you think, Thelma?
Indeed, I totally agree. Like, see how calm we're feeling. Sometimes when people have to drive to work, traffic, you get upset, somebody may hit you. But this one, you can plan your day, you relax, you can even deal with family and friends and enjoy beautiful scenery. And what about that cup of coffee?
Oh my
You're
goodness.
sipping it, your light morning breakfast,
Honestly.
all together. You got a good day. Planned right from the start.
beginning.
And you do know that Nigeria, nationwide, we had train rides in all the states.
Yes.
After a time they got phased out, we're mighty proud that the federal government,
It's
supported
bringing it in.
by many state governments, and indeed the FCT ministers,
Yes.
are unrelenting to ensure that Nigerians get comfortable and we pay less for transportation.
It's an amazing ride, and Nigerians are here from every walk of life, and we're making friends on the train.
Some special young friends, and they are eager to join us. Hello, friends! Come on in, 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 lean in, come in. Wow! Is this your first train ride? Have you been on a train before?
Yes.
Are you enjoying this one?
Yes.
Oh, what about you? What's your name?
My name is Daniel Pobwala.
Are you enjoying the ride?
Yes.
What do you like about the ride?
It's looking like I'm on air.
Woo! And what about you?
My name is Chanel Pobwala. I enjoy the amazing views from here. It's looking like it's just so like on top of the ground.
Oh, my cute sound.
My name is Daniela Pobwala, and I'm enjoying the way they're civilizing Nigeria.
Oh! And what's your name? We didn't get to hear your name.
Nabil Aliu.
We love you all.
That's nice.
My pretty girl.
My name is Theodra Theophilus, and I love it. climbing on a train because of the places we see around the train.
Wonderful. What will you tell your friends when you get back to school about this ride?
I'll tell them I've ever been on a train before and I would like them to join me the next time I'm coming.
Fantastic! And that's how we can invite our colleagues to patients.
Come on this train with us. We've made friends. We've interacted and it's been wonderful.
It is Weekend Deal, and we're very excited to share with you all the experiences about rail travel nationwide. When Patience and I were on the metro line, I want to tell you, it's no small feat. It was amazing. We were like children again, enjoying beautiful scenery, wonderful ambience, and we met great people, all patriots of Nigeria. Well, Francis has been unrelenting in putting together a background feature. As you know, that sets the tone for our conversation. Railway in Nigeria is not new. So why are we so excited? Perhaps Francis will throw more light on that.
I'm a great enthusiast of the railway line. Compared to road, the railway can carry heavy equipments, load, luggage, tonnage, cargo. Far, far more than the road can carry. The dilapidation of our roads today, to a large extent, is attributed to the fact that we are carrying haulage, we are carrying heavy goods on the road, which should be going by rail. With a properly networked railway line, we should be targeting 15 million, 20 million, 35 million, 50 million. There are people in Nigeria under the age of 40 who have never seen a railway, neither have they ridden in one, because the railway line became bankrupt in 1988. But for me, I believe that if we follow the 25-year strategic railway vision and implement it to the letter and connect railway lines to all the state capitals and major towns and villages in Nigeria, it will be a wonderful contribution to the economy. Warri, Itakpe, Abuja, Kaduna, and parts of Lagos, Ibadan, they are called the standard gauge. They are the newer lines. Before these three lines, we have Lagos to Kano, and we have the Port Harcourt that passes through Enugu, passes through Otukpo, passes through Makurdi, all the way Gombe, Potiskum to Maiduguri. These two lines are narrow gauges. They are the colonial old lines. Port Harcourt to Maiduguri right now is almost comatose, completely redundant, except for a small stretch of about maybe 81 kilometers between Port Harcourt to Aba that is functional. And it only carries passengers and a little bit of cargo, because the port in Port Harcourt is not very functional like Lagos. Lagos, Ibadan, there are two lines. The narrow gauge, the standard gauge. The narrow gauge is not very functional, but the standard gauge is functional. It carries passengers, it carries goods, but they are still trying to enhance its operation from the port. So how effective? Lagos, Ibadan, very effective. Abuja, Kaduna, effective for carrying passengers. It's very effective, except for the attacks that it's been suffering. Attacks from Luddites, from bandits, from terrorists, and from saboteurs. Other than that, Abuja to Kaduna, very effective. It's modern, it's standard, it's efficient, and it's also profitable. The greatest challenge bedeviling the railway sector in Nigeria: management, management, management. That's number one. The second thing that we need to look at is the old colonial, archaic institutional structure of the railway system in Nigeria. It's just like the airport we discussed the other day. Those that run it and manage it, they are different. They don't own airlines. Nigerian Airports Authority don't own any airline. British Airways can come and use and go. KLM, Air Peace, Arik, they use Nigerian Airport and go. That's how Nigerian railway system should be like. It should not be a monopoly. It should be unbundled. I grew up using the railway line, so I know the pleasure, the security of it, the speed of it, the ease of it. I mean, I will sit down in the railway line I was doing my A-levels in far away Maiduguri, which is about 1,000 kilometers from my town, Otukpo. They will carry me as a student with rebate. So I buy ticket less. And then I just sit down by the railway line, doing nothing else, maybe walk around, stretch my leg. The railway line brings me to my hometown. It is a wonderful experience and it's safe.
Weekend Deal today examines travel experiences in Nigeria with focus on the rail sector.
Nigeria is culture rich and tradition proud. What else is bestowed on this great country called Nigeria? We talk about fauna and flora. What else? Now today, we're reactivating, re-energizing real experiences in Nigeria. We've had our fun. What about you? I know there's lots of gist in Lagos, from Lagos you can go to Ibadan. I'm here, it's just 30 minutes. So we're going to Ibadan now. They will tell us a lot more about the Lagos-Ibadan route. Is it exciting for the passengers? Is it affordable? Is it prompt? Is it on time? Let's learn more.
From the brown roof city of Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, to Nigeria's economic hub, Lagos State, Nigeria's railway network is connecting the country like never before. After years of neglect and disrepair, the railways are once again roaring back to life, transforming the way we travel, trade, and live, which is a game changer for commuters.
The Lagos-Ibadan train service actually goes through Ogun State, so it's actually Lagos, Ogun State, and Oyo State only for now.
However, many Nigerians are now yearning for it and looking forward to more routes.
Given the level of our development, I'm impressed. It's okay.
Well, I would love to see it expanded to more cities so that more people can travel by train and avoid the roads. Yeah.
Very nice that we can avoid traffic and all sorts of road blockings and things like this.
Another good thing about it is the involvement of e-ticketing. Though mixed feelings on it, but greater portion see it as a positive development in the analysis of transportation in Nigeria.
The e-ticketing services was implemented on LITS in November, and now, barely a year after, when we started, it was a problem because of some market women who did not have ATM cards and all those things. But now, in fact, about 85% of our bookings are done online. So it means that people are actually embracing. And apart from the e-ticketing, at the station we have a self-service center that you can actually do by yourself.
A cool experience, and then I order my ticket online, very smooth, easy to order, and faster than queuing at the train station to, get your ticket. So I would say that's a very good experience.
It's very simple. It's like using your app on your phone, like maybe your banking app or something. It's very simple and straightforward, Just put in your details, your NIN, your email, your phone number, and you do everything yourself. And I got the ticket printed by the machine.
A ticket for this train online, and I think that's very efficient and a good process. The only thing I would request is that for foreigners, we have to ask somebody to help us to book because we don't have the national identification number, I believe. So we can't even put maybe our passports or our ID, and yet we have taken biometrics at the port of entry. So maybe harmonize that system so it can also be more accessible to foreign travelers, so so that we can see this beautiful Africa and the beautiful country of Nigeria.
The economic boom and the relief to others who hitherto had nothing to do cannot be overemphasized.
I will use money here. Abofemi Awolowo train station in Money as an example. I remember when we started, there was no building around the station, and if you go to Money right now, you will see all the developments. Houses are springing up every day. Businesses, shopping complexes are coming up every day. So that's the impact of the NRC.
I thank God for what He has done for me. Since Ladoke Akitola Railway has been located here, my life has changed. I was selling clothes before, but the economic situation forced me out of it to selling food since Ladoke Akitola Railway has been established.
As soon as train station has opened 4 years backward, I've been here, manage people buying things around here. Exactly, most important thing, the food they buy.
The Nigerian Railway Corporation official share views on what they are experiencing.
One of our major challenges is the vandalization of the track components. We have reached out to communities to help us, but so far it still persists. In a day, about 15,000 fasteners can be taken and can be stolen, and it's actually a major problem to us. So I want to use this medium to appeal to the communities around this area that we have the rail lines to please assist us.
As the train whistle blows, let's celebrate the progress made and the people who made it all possible.
No doubt the Nigerian rail transport system has suffered a whole lot of neglect in decades, but in a bid to increase mobility and encourage socio-economic growth, there's a rejuvenation that we are celebrating today. But what do we do to ensure that we do not suffer another relapse? What are the challenges? To join this conversation now, our guests, they are here, experts in the transport sector. And our first guest, Thelma called him the young VC. She was expecting to see an old man, and a young professor showed up. He is Professor Umar Adam Kaseya. He is a VC, Federal University of Transportation, Daura. Let's see his profile.
It's a pleasure to welcome a man of so many parts today to Weekend Deal. Definitely is going to enrich our discussion. So we welcome you very warmly, Professor Umar Adam Kaseya.
Thank you very much. It is my pleasure to be on this program, the last in the month of August. So
that's true.
Yes, I'm happy to be among the August
visitors.
Yes.
Oh no!
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, that's
well
nice.
done.
That's
well,
nice.
amazing. It's great to have you with us today. Okay, we have two more guests. Let's introduce them, and we'll take off with their profiles as usual. We welcome former Director, Rail Services, Federal Ministry of Transportation, in the person of Engineer Mohammed Olatunji Babakobi. What a unique name. Let's see his profile.
Engineer, welcome to the Weekend Deal Studios. You're welcome, you're welcome. You're one of our August guests. Made it to the studio, welcome. Okay.
Very happy to be here.
Thank you so much. Good. Okay, so we have another guest today. It's about transportation, and you know transportation is a big deal. So we have another guest. Let's meet Patrick Ambrose Ago. He is a transportation and logistics expert. Let's see his profile.
Welcome you to Weekend Deal. It's great to have you with us today.
It's my pleasure to be here.
The special trio of August experts who are going to enrich our discussion about association, Grow Nigeria. Always we're on the path of progress to make things better. And today the special focus is on rail services in Nigeria. Earlier on, so patience and I, the metro line, it was something else.
Yeah.
We're just like children. We were laughing and playing like children. And we're wondering, you know, why are we so excited? We've had the railway for a while, over 100 years, over 100 years. Vice Chancellor, let me start with you. Can you tell Nigerians why you think Patience and I were so excited to be on the metro line? If railway has been in existence for over 100 years, why are we so energized?
It is very interesting, and I'm sure not only you, any other person that uses either the metro line or the other lines from Abuja to Kaduna or from Lagos to Ibadan, that's how you'll be excited. Yes, very interesting, because when you follow the railway corridor, you see your sight, you see the beautiful, yes, structures. You see, you mentioned that the fauna, the flora, you see the trees, the way you are moving. And in this case, you know, it's very cool. There's no noise. You don't hear most of the, not like the other ones. Those ones that will be making noise. Yes. So the interesting thing is this, because the services have been not on use for long. So you think that it's like a new innovation, new things. That's why you have that joy. But actually that joy should come with a kind of sorrow feelings. Because why the feeling? For something which is in existence for about 200 years in Nigeria. Because we can say of the inattention, let me use the word, because of the inattention given to that sector. Despite its importance in social, economic growth of the country. In fact, no any other country can develop economically without the rail sector. Because when you allow every load to be on the road, the pressure on the road cannot be quantified. And also the infrastructure, the road infrastructure also will continue to be overburdened by human goods and now even other services. Therefore, the rail sector must be given the due attention for us to move economically and socially in this country.
Yes,
Indeed,
Prof. We all know that transportation is a very important, critical part of our socio-economic life. Engineer. why did we suffer a relapse? I mean, if the rail transports all the advantages, I mean, it is environment friendly, ease of transportation, it's comfortable. Why did we as a nation, like Prof said, it has been in existence since 200 years ago. Why was there a disconnect? Was it that we, as a nation, we decided that we didn't want rail anymore? What happened to our rail system that now Thelma and I are celebrating being on the metro? What happened?
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, as the last speaker said, railway generally has been a system, and particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, the beginning of the 20th century, mostly developed by the colonial administrations. Today, those railways, we call them legacy railways. Post-independence, like in Nigeria, for example, post-independence, the railway still performed optimally up to 1964. And by the time the colonial government are living at independence, railway administration were handed over to public institutions. Now, unfortunately, those institutions bedeviled by overstarving, they run into inefficiency. Most of their actions and inactions are conditioned by politics. So you discover that the railway operation and management suffer serious decline and neglect eventually. Now, why is it that successive administration and government in Nigeria did not attend to the railways? There are particularities about railways.
Okay.
One thing you have to understand is it's very expensive and it's very rigid. Because it's expensive, so many initiatives have not been implemented. And if you look even the kind of West African interconnectivity we are discussing before, which will make it more exciting, you can expand railway, cross-border trade and all that. Were not implemented up to now. They are still just on the table of many governments across the West African sub-region, for example. So it's because it's very expensive to deal with. And people, governments, therefore find it more amiable to deal with road transport, notwithstanding this great disadvantages. Because bring everything away from the rail to road, and that will be associated with a large investment on
that was to our detriment.
That
was to Nigeria's detriment.
Yes.
And
so instead of the other way around, to take bulk goods and freight to the rail,
rail is coming to the road.
Coming to the road. So now, because of this large expanse of time, the last time any infrastructure was built in Nigeria was 1964. Later, it was followed by a small section to take care of iron ore between Itakwe and Jakuta and Wari. That happened in 1987, I think it started. 86, 87, thank you. And it's good that after that, nothing happened again until recently when we started the Abuja Kaduna railway construction. So, and in those days when the railway was still performing optimally, people that studied, went to school in the northern part of Nigeria, from the south, enjoy good railway services. Yes. And those from the north, who live in the north and are schooling in the south, enjoy nice railway, very comfortable service. So because of these issues, you find that in most sub-Saharan Africa, not only Nigeria, the railways are still struggling. They are subsidy dependent. They depend on subsidy. They are not, as today in contemporary terms, market commercial-oriented companies.
Okay.
And that.
Okay. Engineer, thank you. Thank you so much for how you've dealt into history. Let's come to the now. Let's talk about the now. Obviously, challenges limited us at that time, but we have seen the light at the end of the tunnel. That's why we're fast-tracking our representation on the global stage, utilizing the rail service in Nigeria. Mr. Patrick, we are seeing where we are now, and it's making Nigerians excited. Hence, you saw mothers of children, like Patience has 25 children, I have 10. You saw us behaving like children yesterday, we playing with children, we're so excited. We want to see more of that for Nigerians. We know that states are latching on. Where are we now? And tell us how soon, how can we leapfrog on this excitement and Nigerians are showing to take us to the next level as quickly as possible?
Well, thank you so much. Where we are right now, it's actually very, very exciting. And we are looking forward to leaping to the next level.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to compare our rail sector and our transport experience with other countries, I think we are catching up. Because of this modern trends that have come into the country now, compared to what I have seen in some countries, I think we are getting there gradually, and with the excitement, the technology that is imbibed in those trends, like, okay, if you want to travel from Abuja to Kaduna, for instance, the other time I was traveling, I didn't want to drive. I had to take my gadgets. I charged my laptop. I charged my phone. And the only problem we're having in the train right now is Wi-Fi, which we don't have. But I think if Wi-Fi is imbibed and brought into that train to make the services go well, at least you could watch your program on your phone from Abuja to Kaduna, and by the time you're getting there, the excitement is wow.
You're not.
So I think if we use technology, and you know, when you're traveling, the scenic views you see on the way, you could use your phone cameras to make a small video and post it online and let them know that this is my country.
Okay.
We have beautiful views. You're going from Abuja to Kaduna. On your way to Jere, you see the hills, the waters, the bridges. These are views that you could you could just use your camera. Just use your camera to snap, make a small video and post it on YouTube.
It's also free feedback for those who are bringing these things to the fore. To show them that Nigerians like it and we yearn for more.
For more.
Even more routes to be covered. What do you think?
Yeah, if it is properly harnessed and expansions are made, like now there's another route that is coming up from Kaduna to Kano. I think is almost completed. And that one from Kaduna to Kano will also sprout to Katsina. And I heard that the professor said that from Katsina there's also going to go to another country, which is Maradi. With these new innovations and these new trains we're having, if we have a ride from Abuja, I personally want to feel the experience of traveling from Abuja down to Niger.
Oh, yes. I'm even, you said it and I'm liking it already. Now, you know, I don't know, first, Professor, you might need to tell us the difference between a light train and then the one that moves from Idu to Kaduna. Why is one supposed to be light? And, you know, that experience we had yesterday also opened my eyes to some possibilities. You see this go-slow we talk about on the Maraba Nyanya Road. Imagine if there is another one going from the same metro to Maraba Nyanya axis. Nigerians will be distressing our life. Our stress level will reduce around the FCT and then replicate it in other places. Talk about the light ray and the other one. I don't know, it's heavy ray.
Yes.
Actually, heavy ray. I'm right.
Maybe that can carry goods. That one can carry goods.
The light ray is the metro.
Okay.
Yes, just like say township.
Okay.
Yes, when you are using buses in the town, you see taking cabs from Wuse to Maitama, from Wuse to Asokoro, for example. Isn't it?
Yes,
you don't need to carry large load, heavy loads, isn't it?
Yeah,
when you see the train you took yesterday, you can see it's light, even in its nature.
Yes.
When you sit inside, it's not big. The coaches are smaller, but fancy. Isn't it? So that will make it lighter. And also,
even we human
for
beings
shorter,
become light.
and also for shorter distance.
Yes, true.
And let me tell you, it is intended to move up to Kobua, the Abuja swap. Yes, so that workers can easily walk and go out into their villages or outside where they are living easily. While the other one is intended not only to move humans, but also goods. And in this case, heavy goods.
Heavy goods.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
To freight cargoes, you can move goods from Lagos to Kano. Like now, in Kano, we have dry port. So when you move, you import goods from other countries, from China, from Europe, from America and UK, to the port, to One, or to, in this case, to Apapa. So you can move them right from the onset. You can build to collect your goods at Kano, the dry port. So that train can, even now, that we are still using the narrow gauge from Kano, from Lagos to Kano. Despite the fact that the standard gauge, which is even from Lagos to Ibadan, is double track. It's now moving containers from Lagos to Ibadan, and this make it for the NRC to generate more revenue compared to what it is generating or what it generated last year. Now it has already surpassed the whole year 2023, what it generated just in this quarter or this second quarter of this year. So you can move heavy goods for a long distance using the other one, while using the light rail is just for a shorter distance and usually within the super and within the country. And I'm sure with the effort of this government, the expansion will come. He mentioned other country, it's Niger, and that one is from Kano. It's totally different project from Kano to Maradi, passing through Kano State, Jigawa State, Katsina State, and the work has gone far. Now they have started putting the track and sleepers from Kano to Ambata and going to Kadori. And when you go to Daura, they have already started building the stations from Daura also to Katsina. And this will continue. Although it's a different company, this one is a motor engine company from it's a Portuguese company. While the one from Lagos to Kano is railway, they call the project Railway Modernization Project. Yes, using standard gauge. They are not abandoning or dismantling the narrow gauge. No, this one is completely new one. And Lagos to Ibadan has been completed using, people are using it for themselves and for their goods. And as also earlier speakers mentioned, from Abuja to Kaduna. Very nice. And also, as he mentioned, I'm sure by next year we'll start moving from Kaduna to Kano because they are segmented. Lagos, Ibadan, Ilorin, Abuja, Kaduna, Kano. Yes.
Okay, Prof, the beauty of what you're saying is in the life experiences. Nigerians may not be able now to master all the roads you see unfolding, but I'm sure when they actualize, they will be very swift to get on board. In the course of our conversation, we'd like to hear what is happening with your university, because we know that will be a key factor in Nigeria galvanizing, and getting to the point where some of the other countries are. We don't want to cry about the 200 years that we have missed, but we are happy to hear we're on the right track. But first, we'll talk more when we come back. I'd like to hear from Engineer Mohammed about what we can do as we are now, how Nigerians can come on board. Most of the time we hear about foreign experts being brought on board, come and do these things for us. And we know that the Nigerians who say they are experts and who can do more for us. But I do hear that NTA Lokoja is doing something or has done something phenomenal, and I can enrich our discourse. Let's talk about traveling the Warri to Itakpe route. NTA Lokoja, tell us, what did you find?
Once upon a time, traveling by railway in Nigeria was quite difficult and frustrating. But now, with the online e-ticketing, the Ajaokuta-Itakpe Warri rail line has revolutionized travel with no long queues or missed trains. Let's explore the impact on travelers and the economy.
It's not a bad experience. I think it's safe, it's neat, it's good, except for the sanitary aspect of it. But the train moves and it's okay, it's safe. We had a smooth ride.
We are here on transit. We decided to choose to use a train transportation because one, between Okenia and Auchi is a terrible route. One, the road is bad, it's not motorable, and because of that, as a result of that, the senior guys in the society, they use that opportunity, sorry to use that language, because we are very careful as humanitarian workers. So for the safety of our own volunteers, we have to think of alternative route that will be safer for our volunteers. And
it's actually my first time. Okay. Yeah, and it was actually my colleague that booked for the trip, and my experience, I must say, is not a bad one. One, compared to our transport system, is cheaper, and my coming, I really don't have any issue.
The booking is very seamless. You can, in your own convenience, you can actually do that. Just in comfort of your home, you can use your smartphone to, book without coming to the train station. Well, my experience so far is nice, but they need to improve more.
The Itakpe-Ajakuta Warri rail line spans over 300 kilometers, connecting Warri in Delta State to Itakpe-Ajakuta in Kogi State, with stops in major cities like Uromi, Abo, and Ajakuta.
In this corridor, Warri-Itakpe train service. In this corridor, we have about 12 stations. Itakpe Station, Ajakuta, Itobo, Aganebode, Uromi, Ekehen, Ibanke, Abo, Abraka, Opara, Abaru, and Ujewu. This Itakpe Station is depot station. We are using e-ticketing. E-ticketing have already helped Nigerian Railway and the whole country to make railway transport more easy. To the extent that passenger can stay in their house and get their tickets.
Undoubtedly, the online e-ticketing has streamlined booking and boarding, as passengers share their seamless and interesting experiences using the railway in Nigeria.
I'm okay with it. I enjoy it. I sit down, they're comfortable. The price is okay with me. No stress, no sweat.
I've been traveling all the way from Seychelles, and then we are going to the International Youth Camp. Very excited. So far I've seen quite a good bit of Nigeria, so I'm excited to see the other side.
The Ajakuta-Itakpe Warri rail line has made significant progress since its inauguration. With positive experiences and the belief in better travel through trains, many Nigerians are hopeful that continued improvement and expansion, possibly across Nigeria, will further drive economic growth and social connectivity.
The rail system should network the entire state, the 36 states. So from anywhere you can board a train. Yes, and you see the road congestion will reduce. And some of this rail system will not be used for cargo, which our road system will not be very okay. We don't have much people on the road again. The traffic on the road will reduce.
A lot of travelers expressed optimism about the Itakpe-Ajakuta Warri Railway. Others believe that with proper maintenance and enhanced security, train travel in Nigeria could become the most comfortable and fascinating experience to embark on in the nearest future.
NTA Lokoja, thank you. Honestly, like that man said, if you discongest the roads, our roads will last longer. Nigerians will enjoy more and be safe. Okay, our guest is still here. Engineer, I'm coming to you, but I'm worried about something you said. I'm worried and I'm scared. You said rail construction or travel or investment is very expensive. You said it's expensive. And I'm worried because I remember when we started flying a long time ago, Abuja to Lagos was practically how much then? It wasn't
10,000.
expensive. 10,000.
5,000.
5,000. Today, a large percentage of Nigerians can't fly. So the rail is coming, we're excited. And if you're telling me it's expensive, what do we do, number one, to make sure that a whole percentage of Nigerians can use the rail and that we keep the prices? Are there things we can do so that we start working on it from today? Not we start tomorrow and all of a sudden we cannot afford the tickets. Talk about that.
Yeah. Thank you very much. First of all, let me correct this impression. When I say expensive, I mean the provision of the infrastructure.
Okay, the infrastructure. Okay.
And the rolling stock.
Okay, thank you.
Not in terms of passenger fare box.
Okay, good.
But notwithstanding, today you enjoy the rail, you come on the new standard gauge, it's not noisy, it's practically very safe. They have all those issues, all those ingredients that is peculiar to railway installed. You have communication, signaling. You are rest assured while you sit there and enjoy the ride that accident free. Yes. And it's quite safe. But by and large, it's still very cheap. Okay. And it can be kept that way.
Okay, thank you.
It can be kept that way. But I must tell you this. If you are dealing with passenger services, you should be aware that government is bringing a lot of subsidy into it. I don't see in any country, passenger services are more or less a kind of welfare return on investment. Okay. That is on the welfare side of it. So more and more innovations, investments within the main operation corridor and out of the corridor of operation, we call them non-core areas. Activities have to be ignited so that it's possible to get revenue. One of those areas, the station itself can be retailed. You can have commercial entities, commercial outlets, supermarkets. You can engage in other commercial infrastructure, hotels, car park, so that railway can make money. And that money will be used to cover their operating expenses, especially dealing with passenger traffic they can't break even if they are relying on only your money. That's
our passengers' money.
It's a token.
It's a token.
So all that thing that railways go into is they lease the permanent way to communication company to lay fiber optic cables. They depend on passenger footfalls and do advertisements. So all these are non-core areas that can bring investments, that can bring revenue in, and then they can be able to sustain passenger traffic. In some other countries, long distance travel costs significantly more than shorter distances. Even the railway is very expensive, and there are innovations in terms of marketing. Like it happens in the air travel. In some countries today, you have it in the rail sector as well, where if you book for a ticket tomorrow, talking about e-ticket now, if you book just tomorrow, you see that the price is very high than if you booked 2-3 weeks ago.
So we can plan.
We can plan.
We can plan
so we can gather revenue and then sustain this. Otherwise, the main revenue gathering issue, as far as every rail, like Fred was asking me that time, is freight. You carry goods.
We can carry goods, products, services.
But I know that people will enjoy the ride. It's noiseless.
It's beautiful.
It's safe, and it's completely sustainable in terms of climate change questions. Yeah.
I want to look at that word safe, now more than ever before in Nigeria. Every Nigerian wants to feel safe. We're hardly safe on our roads. And there has been an isolated incident of some insecurity gist and vibes on one of our routes with regards to the train. Let me talk to Mr. Patrick Ambrose Ago, logistics experts and also that of transportation. As more routes are provided, we know what we're going through now with PMS and then the traffic on the road. More Nigerians will be excited, not just for the scenery and the affordability, but to park their cars for a bit and get on board with their families. Some families use like 3 cars on the daily to take kids to school. Madam would take one, or guy would take one. So if they can all go on the train, they'll be happy. How can we improve security in terms of this? We've heard of cases where there are security personnel on some of the trains that are going outside the FCT to Kaduna, for example. But is that enough? We had the security personnel on board when something unfortunate happened some time back. Should we be thinking ahead so that we can block any such plan? Should it even be anyone be thinking?
Thank you very much. Now, if you find out, like on the light rail that Prof talked about, you find they said the train moves from Kubwa down to central area. That is travel intercity movement.
City center.
So now, I don't think we need much security for that. But that is going outside Abuja. For instance, there's an improved security at the train stations. Take Kubwa, for instance. I escorted a friend to travel to Kaduna, and he made a mistake by giving somebody I'm traveling, please help me get a ticket. So there's a biodata now. Your biodata comes up when you have their app. If you have the Nigerian Railway Corporation app in your phone, you use it to book for your tickets. Your data is there, your NIM is there, everything about you is there. So your picture comes up. When the QR code comes up, they scan it. And if your face doesn't show, they will politely tell you that, sorry, you cannot travel on the train.
You don't say.
Yes, I experienced it just 2 days back. I escorted a friend to Kubwa train station.
Nice.
I was so amazed and I was so happy. I said, if security could improve like this, at least it will check the people you're traveling with, the people that are in your custody. Before the armed security men, you have already done your own background check to know the passengers that are traveling with you, to know everything about them. So if it persists and continues like that, I think everybody will feel safe, will feel happy that I am traveling in the comfort of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, and I am happy to be here. Okay, now take for instance, whether we're in the logistics and transport sector, we always have it at the back of our mind. Anytime my trucks are traveling on the road, I don't sleep. I always call my drivers intermittently.
Where are you?
Ask
Where
them,
do you park?
where are you? Where have you parked? Have you crossed so and so area? So when they tell me they've crossed so, I go to sleep. If they tell me they're yet to cross so area, I just go back being worried. But with the train sector, and I'm thinking, if the heavy train can also come on board after this light run we're talking about, we can also move cargoes. And if you're moving cargoes from one state to the other, you'll be so relaxed because you know they're in safe hands.
Yeah, safe hands.
It's already.
Okay, Nigerians are enjoying our program and they are writing in. Somebody says, good morning, Weekend Deal. My name is Princess Stacy. I am the CEO of an outdoor catering service. I'm very interested in partnering with the Nigerian Railway Corporation in providing on-board food for passengers. Just like they have in the USA, passengers can buy meal while resting using the train. Okay, Stacy, they are hearing you. Okay. Okay, somebody says, how about Southeast Rail Lines? The person didn't say, said there's no one there.
Yesterday we complained about being thirsty. And we wanted some coffee, some light snacks. But we're just busy eating the scenery and enjoying the flora.
It's a good observation.
Yeah, it's a good one. Somebody says, good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am Daniel Joseph from Akwa Ibom. Why is it that nobody has mentioned, it's all in the north. Nobody has mentioned anyone in the south region. Are we not one Nigeria? You will you speak to that. And then let me take this final one. It says, it's always very interesting with you ladies on the screen. I must admit that this topic requires much more expressions from us that met these things prior to collapsing. Some of us who met it before it collapsed. We are actually lacking. Nigerians, please don't call us. Don't call us. Please send in your text messages and we'll read them. Okay? We are actually lacking behind in many realities, which is unfortunate. We have everything, but due to some challenges, here we are. So many challenges. Oh, goodness. Don't call us. There's much to say, but I understand the forum is limited. Do have a great day. I pray we surmount our challenges. NTA should celebrate Thelma and Patience. Thank you so much. Yes. We are celebrated.
But it's teamwork, though. It's teamwork. We come here to present it, but it's a think tank that puts all the topics in perspective and collates our
From our DG, you believe it, from our DG.
From the top to the bottom,
he is in this. So
it's teamwork. But we thank you.
So another person says, again, somebody from the southeast is saying, why nothing from the north? Emmanuel David from Kaduna Television. What is happening today? Not today, South. Why are we not hearing of Ray? I don't know.
No, we just started talking.
Okay, so the conversation is still on.
Yes,
and
we just started talking.
Mr. Prof, sir, just talk about that.
We just started talking. We mentioned Southwest, Lagos to Ibadan, and also we mentioned Abuja, Kaduna, Kano to Maradi, through Jigawa and Katsina. Also at the moment, now reconstruction of Port Harcourt, Aba, down to Plateau, Jos, Gombe, 7 states.
Wow.
And in fact, 40% of that reconstruction has been completed. Now you move from Port Harcourt to Aba, whether with your goods and also yourself. And we have also mentioned Warri Itakpe. Yes. You know, Warri is south-south, isn't it?
Yes,
Port Harcourt is south-south. Enugu, Aba, southeast. Southeast. Yeah. So the whole area, the whole Nigeria.
Yes.
It's not only in the north. The project we mentioned of the modernization project, we say Lagos to Kano, and this was the first longest railway infrastructure in the in very early 90s, isn't it?
Century.
Yes,
yes,
true,
19th century, very early, from Lagos to Kano, and using the narrow gauge. So they are now moving to standard gauge. So we are not only talking about North, but definitely the whole country and Nigeria. And let me chip in, as the engineer mentioned, the cost of the production. But the cost of maintenance is low, and also the longer time. Imagine now we are talking infrastructure of over 100 years from Lagos to Kano, and you can and it's still being used. Imagine if it's a road, isn't it?
True, you're right,
You
sir.
could have forgotten about it. Look about Mokwa Road now. It's not being used, isn't it? So yes, the cost of putting it together is large, but the cost of maintenance is low. It's low. Not
so
only
it's a good
that,
investment.
also yes, it's a good investment. In fact, no any country, as I said, can prosper economically without
a serviceable, usable,
railway system.
on time, prompt railway system. You know something? When we also journeyed through the metro line yesterday, we observed something. And if you go back into Nigeria's history, what happened to our railway service, we will now bring that to the table. But my director says I should take a break now, and I must obey. So our second break beckons, we will take it. When we come back, I will tell you that curious thinking, what came to our minds yesterday. Please continue to watch and enjoy our program and participate. We'll see you on the other side.
Welcome back. It's your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. You remember how Thelma said that when you see us like this, there's a whole lot of think tank, people behind us ensuring that this happens. Yes. We have so many people. And on top of that list is somebody that we recently said goodbye to. He is the director of programs. We call him our digital DP. A man so creative. A man who is so digital, you have no idea. We are where we are today, we can tell, because of our DP who is relentless, pushing us, encouraging us. He took a bow out of service recently. We are still mixed feelings. We don't even know what to actually say now. But we celebrated him recently. Let's see.
How vital is a legacy? How and when should one start the build-up to one? The encomiums and prayer flowed free and strong from hearts that had been touched, impacted, and in some cases changed. The beauty of the Sanford was not in the numbers who turned up alone. It also reverberated in their aura. It is all about a fully digital director who has transversed the broadcast landscape, and his footprint are a testament of his vibrant and energetic impact.
He has been my personal mentor, but I never thought the way I see him, the way I look up to him like a role model, the way I learn from him every day is same thing with other people around him. I feel honored. I feel honored to have me call him a father.
I feel excited and emotional. The reason why I feel excited is because now we'll be seeing him like daily, always at home. And when we call him, he won't be telling us, I'm in a meeting, I'll call you back, messages, and I feel emotional.
I'm very happy for him, first of all, because we get the chance to also welcome him back home, because we have not really actually had the time to really be with our father. I don't know if you understand, because he's always on assignments in the office, he comes back late in the night. So I'm happy, and I'm also happy to be one of his mentees, because I'm also following his footsteps.
But I do know that as long as you're concerned, you're not gone. You're just a call away. And I told you again that only a man of valor and wisdom takes a bow when your patient is still very high. And what you have actually done for us.
Beyond the job, he's been a boss and a great leader and mentor.
It was amidst so much joy and mixed feelings that Lawal Ahmed retires as Director of Programs, after meritoriously impacting many at Nigerian Television Authority and the larger broadcast industry for many years. The NTA headquarters at Jagal opened its doors, embraced and welcomed many loved ones, amongst whom were serving and retired Director General of Nigerian Television Authority, as well as family, friends, and many others.
Is surely going to do much more than he had done in the past. My advice to him is to take some time off, give some time to the family, time that he didn't give them. I did the same thing. So take some time off, spend more time with your family, and then go and do what you want to do. I know there are many things that no one wants to do.
I've found an individual who is very, very ready to work, very resilient, and very committed to the job. And above all, despite his age, the DP is still up to date in terms of technology. And that is why people refer to him as Digital Director of Programs.
There was so much to say about the man, Lawal Ahmed. It can only be described as heartwarming and beautiful. From musical performance and testimonies, all concord that Oga Lawal, as he is fondly called, has undeniably carved a niche for himself.
Lawal is somebody you can describe him as a highly professional, dedicated to duty, loyalty to the organization, and above all, is always ready to pass his knowledge to his subordinate.
He has that spirit of persuasion. He persuades you. He makes you feel that this task that he's giving you is simple.
One of those who has not only embraced technology, but he has adapted technology to suit whatever task he has to execute.
Because you're all unable to stand and believe it. The sun that brings life will rise and shine one day. And dry up all your pools of tears when you call out his name. So darkness into light and make meadows out of sand. As long as you understand when you are searching for a new day. She alone has
Thank you so much. Congratulations, our digital DP. Thank you so much.
I'm happy for him because I know that as some that started work with him, today they are no more. They were not able to reach this level of retirement.
Attachment to the thing you are doing every day. It's a function of the interest, the amount of interest you have in what you do every day. I have this burning desire to want to excel in whatever I'm doing.
Lawal Ahmed is a broadcaster with vast experience in television production. He is an astute producer and production expert. Up until his retirement, he was the director of programs, and he will be missed.
Our Ogalawa digital director. We had fun. This was just on Thursday, you know. He has bowed out of active service, but he's still part and parcel. Up till this morning, he's still giving us tips on how to stay on top. Talking about the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA, where he cast a lot of brands here for over 3 decades. We celebrate you, Director. Well, a break beckons. We'll take it. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Our program, like you know, is interactive, and thank you so much for your messages. There are so many messages, and we'll be Thelma will handle most of them tomorrow. This one says, my name is Ken. I live in a diaspora in Dubai. The government is trying, but we need maintenance. I'll take this one. This is Engineer Yakubu Usman from Zaria. Kudos to the presenters for an amazing job. People-oriented program always. My question is to Professor Umar. As you know that transport is all-encompassing, is your university having any consideration on air transport programs? Please react to that and talk a little about your university. So many messages. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. The Federal University of Transportation Daura is for the whole gamut of transportation. Air, water, and surface. When they say surface, highway and railway. Although the idea of establishing the university was born during the railway negotiation project. Yes, as the one I mentioned, from Lagos to Kano. But they see it that to build a university, to establish a university, not for University of Railway, but University of Transportation. Okay. So what we are doing, we have already now about to enter into second session. Okay. Our students finished first semester, they are now in second semester, and in fact in October they will write their second semester at the end of the first session. So we are in engineering, we are in management, we are in logistics, we are in supply chain. And this engineering include railway engineering, highway engineering, aviation engineering, marine engineering, logistics and supply chain, inland waterways, yes, dry port management, seaport management, yes, railway management, transportation management,
it sounds rich.
Yes, and also economics.
Amazing.
What we call marine economics, which we are putting everything about economy of the.
We know you tell us more, you know, after we wrap up, so we can share more with Nigerians tomorrow. For now, Engineer Baba, could be your final words. Our program is about to wrap up.
Okay, thank you very much. I can tell you that Nigeria Railways is on the revival. It's in a renaissance. And I hopefully the railways will be able to attract investment at the required level, be able to have success in the university, and then we can demonstrate the technology and have a very vibrant institutional environment and commercial structure.
Amazing.
So that the fanciful enjoyment you had can be sustained.
Good.
And can
Nice
last.
one.
Thank
Nice one.
you.
Mr. Patrick, take it.
Thank you so much. Like the engineer has said, what I think we should do in the country to sustain the wellness of the train sector is to go into a PPP, this public and private partnership, whereby we, the private sector, can come in and key into the railway sector and make it more vibrant, because there will be lots of innovations and ideas. When we come into it, we'll key into it and we'll expand the horizon.
We appreciate
if
that.
we're given the
I like how you
opportunity,
say
we'll
we, the private
I mean,
sector.
they
And that
should own
lady
it.
with the restaurant too.
They should
She
own
wants
it.
to bring us good
Good,
food,
yummy
good
food.
cuisine. Because we're hungry
He
yesterday.
has the platform already.
Yes.
Approach Nigeria Rail Corporation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Stacy, if you are listening, approach them. We are here to support you.
Yes.
It's time to say goodbye, Nigeria and the world. Thank you for watching. God bless
Thank you for your messages. Thelma will take them tomorrow.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love you.